who are out, who are definitely in the community saying, you know what, I've got to make some changes. And what I love about the whole concept of the whole production is that you go from child to adult and from different size and shades.
Yes.
And that is what I find very remarkable. But I know that you can't function without the community supporting you.
That's it.
And that's why I wanted you to give you the platform to really reach out, because while we're going through this whole razzmatazz of the Olympics and so forth, the people are thinking, you know, I need to do what my heart's telling me.
That's it.
We need to keep it up. So how can somebody who's watching, who might be an entrepreneur, who might be a business person, how can they help the community to give back in some way?
What I would say is, you know, if you've got a passion for acting, the simple fact is put yourself out there. Do not instantly think that you must get paid, because if it's a passion, it's not about the money. There are so many opportunities for voluntary acting. Like Lorna, she has invested in herself and in us and believed, and we're all working voluntary. We're not getting paid, but because we love it so much, we are doing it. It's growing from strength to strength, and if you keep networking, putting yourself out there, you will one day get that big break. If you believe, you will succeed.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I think that's what we need to hear.
Yes, definitely.
Because also I find that a lot of investment, we do a lot of investments in our young people. I think we as a community, we're you know, there's more to be done, but we're doing that.
Yes.
But then there's another side of the community where people are slightly older, people in their 30s, people in their 40s, and it's kind of like as if everybody's forgotten about me. And I'm saying, no. You know, you've been there and you can give back, but also you need to be empowered and inspired.
That's it.
And that's what I'm loving about the maturity as well.
Yeah.
And how do you get somebody who is still very doubtful? Because especially in our community, being told you can't, you can't,
of course,
you can't.
Of course.
How do you get somebody? And I'm putting it on with you there now, Philip, because I know, as I said, as a black male, there's a lot you're carrying on your shoulders. But I mean, you're saying it so easy that I did what I had to do and now I'm doing this now. But I mean, how can you inspire another brother who is sitting at home watching?
Well, as one of the older member of the cast, because we, the age range is from 12 upwards and younger, and a lot of the parents have the children and they can see the ability in them. A lot of black parents now are looking for some talent in their children, and they're now helping them to follow their dreams. When I was young in the early days, my parents wasn't in a position financially to help me, but now that I am, I'm helping myself. Now if I've got a younger nephew or, you know, someone in my family I know who loves that, I of course will go forward and show them the way, and I will encourage them. So what it really needs is encouragement, and because acting is something that's, what I was saying, I loved it from when I was young, Mary was saying from she was young. Say something that you...
So wait, am I hearing that really you're born an actor or an actress? That there's something that you have that once ignited?
Definitely.
Is that the same with you?
I see it as we all act every day, and you don't even realise it. So to actually have the title as an actor or an actress is just portraying someone else that may be out of your comfort zone, or even someone in your comfort zone. And there are just so many different aspects to it, you know, and it's one that is challenging all the time. You cannot get away from being challenged with acting, whether it's theatre, TV, they vary. And I just say, get yourself out there, because there's no age limit for being successful in acting.
There's something that I'd like to echo on there, and I think it's part of very much the Africanness there in our DNA. I know what I've been told, that in the Caribbean and in Africa, parents, generally, I would say, they do watch their children and see where talent is. I know that back in the day, they'd say, especially in the Caribbean, if you notice that your child is, say, she loves wearing clothes or she likes putting color together, then the parent would then send her to a seamstress for her to learn to do that. If the same way the young man, if he likes breaking this or building, the father would say, you know what, John likes doing this, let me send him here. Parents were always doing the apprenticeship themselves. And I think what we need to do is to empower ourselves now, again, as adults. I think what's happened, we gave away our power and we left the teachers to say what our children should be doing. And we just looked at being the doctors and the lawyers. And in the Caribbean, when you know that that wasn't the case, you would see where your child's talent talent is. In Africa, you see your child and you'd encourage them. And I think that's what we need to do just now.
Definitely.
So we're going to wind down. Okay. I'm going to ask you guys to keep us, we're on track, we're part of this vision. And I'll get you to give a closing word or encouragement and to a sponsor or to a woman who's watching right now, Mary. What would you say to anyone who is thinking about it?
Joining the Big People Theatre, I will encourage them to feel free and come along to West India Culture Center. We are having to cast for a new play on the 16th of this month,
right?
3 to 6. And feel free to come because Lorna is a very lovely person, as Anita have said. And I've been with Lorna for a very long time. I'm in fact one of her first students.
Right.
At the time we have our chairman, Martha Harris, blessed peace.
Amen.
She's a wonderful, inspiring role model and courageous person I've ever met.
So you have auditions coming up just now. And yourself, what would you say to us who's watching? You can't do it without some support financially. So appeal to our viewers as well and our business people out there.
It's very difficult for black actors because of no finance backing. So anyone out there who's feel they've made something in life and they want to give something back to the youth, the young people who are coming up. There are a lot of young kids on the street who would want to do acting, but probably the bus fare and going backwards and forward their parents, they need sort of encouragement and financial backing. Finance plays a main part in a lot of things.
Right.
Because I would have been an actor from a young age, but I never had the finance.
Right.
Now I'm in the position, if I can help someone, I will do that.
Thank you so much for that. And final word from you, then.
I would like to say, if there are any business organisations out there that like the sound of good black men, good black women, or to research into Lorna Blackman and the production of Big People production, please get in contact because we are looking for sponsorship, as we would like to take it to Hackney Empire and even tour any further around the country. So
Western at some point. Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Well appreciated, and our show viewers will support you as well.
Thank you.
Right, viewers, we're going straight back over to Nigeria to our link there, our celebrations. See you in a bit.
For our guests present here today, everyone is gathered here to celebrate with them. Prayer for our state, Edo State Governor Comrade Adam Shiomole. There will be prayer for President Goodluck Jonathan in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The prayer for the churches worldwide also. And special prayer, of course, for the chief celebrant and the house of Igbenedion. So please stay tuned and have a wonderful time watching.
Today, the president of the Ghana Young Speak Volume. What shall I say? Unto the Lord, all I have to say, thank you, Lord. What shall I say? Unto the Lord, all I have to say. First reason is on your face or to your heart. The book of Complex and is talking about SMA's great vision about education. And we are happy to see 100 years ago. Yes. The SMR belonged to the group of people that went to the first indigenous private secondary school in Nigeria. That is Eko Boys High School, founded in 1913, exactly about 100 years ago. And 86 years later, the product of that first indigenous secondary school established the first indigenous university in Nigeria. I think we have every cause to be glorious, to praise the Lord. The second reason why the three of us are here is also the fact, the same with another illustrious son who turned 75. That is His Royal Majesty, the Oniru of Iruland at Victoria Island. We never met him in school. I entered the school 6 years after he has left. And you can see today, we are grateful. All these big captains that are here, they are his boys, his son. And we shall end it in our tradition by reminding him of what we used to do in assembly like this, because our school